Hello everyone. I've come today to show you my finished journal, one of them. I haven't got the other one quite finished yet, but it will be done soon. And this is made from my digital kit Assemblage. I created this image here. I put lace around it. I also stitched it down. I've got a big tag in back here. Oops. I have to glue that down. And there's journaling on the back. And it's pretty snug, but it fits in nicely. And I've put lace on the binding. I've added some trim here and some trim here, as well as some lace here, and I've used seam binding as a closure. So I'll just show you what it actually looks like on the back. So we'll go in now, and I've got just some sewn pockets here, a couple of tags. I've stitched "This Book Belongs To" on here. Put a little staple here with some muslin, and there's journaling on the back. There's a little pocket here that I forgot to put something into, but I will. Next page is like this, just some of my words down here. It says dream. There's a little butterfly that pulls out here. I've used part of my kit with a scalloped punch to do this, and then I've got some of my tiny numbers here. And here we have a bit of paper, different scrapbook paper, just something different. And I've added a little tuck spot here and some ephemera. I've also added another tuck spot here, and it is stitched down. And here is a faux envelope with my coffee dyed paper, and it just tucks in there like that. Here we've got another bottom pocket, and I've added a collaged tag here and coffee dyed paper in the back with I keep forgetting what this is. Muslin. This is one of the pages. Oops. And here I've got a multi-pocket spot. I've added the word inspire and stitched this and glued it down. I stitched all around this, and I've inked all the little tuck spots because there's quite a few in here. So, and then I've added hope and the meaning of hope. I'm not sure where I had that, but I'll stick it here because it's kind of big. And here's another journaling card, a tag. Here's a little journaling card, one of my little keys, and I made this out of my coffee dyed paper. It just opens up for you to journal on, front and back. I think this was by itself. Yeah. And there's a doily. I've done some stenciling here. And here, just attached a vintage postage check that you can find in my Etsy store. And I inked it. This is from a botanical book. I've added another one of these collage little pockets or tucks or whatever you want to call them. A journaling spot here. Another one here. And this is an Edith Holden page. I just couldn't bring myself to cut it down, so I've just folded it over. And here's another one of those tucks. And thank you so much to Tracy Fox for showing how to do this. It's great. Great idea. So I made some tags and added them to this kit as an add-on. And here is another little journaling spot. Just tucks in like that. And on this side, we've got some flowers, a bird, and some ephemera. It's all been inked, and all room for writing on the back of each one. This is just another page. Here I've created just coffee dyed paper in an interesting way. And just used this from Edith Holden. I just thought it was great. And I've created this it's an internal use only envelope. And I created this in Photoshop. It's on my Etsy store. So I just added some more paper for you to journal on in here. And this just winds around. Some coffee dyed paper. Again, a little tuck here. And a card that you can journal on. This is actually a bag that I've glued down on this side and added some paper that you can write on. And on this side we have caring, and you can write on the back of that, and another journaling card. And another page. Here's a little pocket that I made that holds little stuff. This is in the back, so I've left it open for you to tuck things right in behind. So there's a little spot here. Whoops, upside down. It's a little mushroom, and it just tucks in there like that. And this is vintage. I just thought I would put that in the kit. Cute. I like these little keys and keyholes. And I think this is from the Graphics Fairy. Some ephemera. Here's another one of my cards, and it just tucks in the side like that. Here's more of my coffee dyed paper and some more stenciling. Here's the center signature, and I've added an envelope, and in this envelope I've got some ephemera, just some pieces that you can write on the back. And then I've added this little circle that you can just tuck that in like that. And more coffee dyed paper. A few more pieces of ephemera in here. A little ticket. This is actually collaged, and you can write on the back. This is another one of my tags that go with this kit. And this is a little envelope that I've added some coffee dyed paper. I folded that over so I didn't lose any space for writing. And here, there's lots of space for writing in this journal. I've added this vintage. It's not really vintage. It's a printable of mine. Added it there. I think this is a graphics fairy again. Another one of those side tucks that wrap around the page. And just some vintage ephemera that I've added here. It's not vintage, it's printed, and this is as well. And here's the bag that's open on this side, and you just pull it out, and I've got things kind of put together that way. And I've got the big mushroom here with journaling on the back, and this is an index card, and I've stapled some paper on here. I've added some paper and some lace and collaged, and here is more ephemera and another one of my cards that you can journal on the back. And all of this gets put in. It doesn't need the clip. I just did it because it's easier to pull it all out at one time. So there's some space for journaling. And here's the back side of that inter-office envelope that I made. And I've added some paper, coffee dyed paper that's folded in a certain way. And it just kind of tucks into itself. I forget how I did it now. I know. This goes in here, tucks in there, this tucks in there. And that just goes inside. And then there's more stenciling here. One of my pages. This is I think, is this the flip? Yes. This is a Rita flip, and it's got some doily, a little bit of lace, some muslin, butterfly, and a little bit of, I don't know what you call that. It's not really ribbon. It's not really twine. It's because it's fuzzy. I don't know. It's like ribbon. So there's a hostess check there, and one of my bigger cards there, and a place for you to journal on all three of those. And I've stamped lines here. Here's the other side of the Edith Holden. And I've stamped more lines here, and stenciled here. Here's a botanical page, music sheet. I've stenciled. Here's a doily. I've actually stenciled that. And here, this is kind of odd. I think I made a mistake here, so I fixed it by tearing a piece of paper I'm not sure if I put this in upside down. I can't remember now. It's been so long. Anyways, this is quite a deep pocket here. So we have the tag that goes in there, and you can journal on the back. And here we've got another full envelope. So there's lots of journaling. Oh, I'm getting all stuck up here. There we go. And this is just folded over. Here's some stenciling. Another little tuck here. I've added quite a few things in here. One of those and more of those. Here's a believe and a tag. This has seam binding and it's got a word on it. It's got one of my little stamps that I create in Photoshop. I think they're called inchies in my shop. Anyways, and I've added the bee and just tucked it in like that. So I just collaged this on the bottom here. It was quite a space with nothing. So I've added one of these cards that I got from somewhere, and I don't know where. It's got one of my tags, and this is oh, I forget what I've called it in my Etsy store now. You put it together. I'll put it in the description below. I just offhand, it's completely gone from my mind. So I've added a tag, and I've added some little pull piece there, and it just tucks right in here. And that's the back that I haven't really added anything in case you want to add a pocket or add some things yourself. And then I've got my little seal there, and that's my book. So by the time you see this video, it will be up in my shop in Artzology. I'll have the link below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Have a great day. Bye now.